Girl, Lala ain't never clean. Yeah, I was in Georgia when I got pulled over. Oh, I already know not to take the first offer. I already know that. Speeding. They got me for speeding. Yeah, the pin pupils show sobriety. Yeah, I know they were talking shit about me. They happy I went to jail, but they're trying to make it seem like something. They're trying to make it seem like it was some hard ass rugs and shit, and I was reckless. No, it was not. It was not at all. It was fucking an oil pen. Period. Point blank. They could pull my med card. I'll get it from the streets. No, I'm just kidding. It's a bad joke. No. I don't know what a PVT is. I'm not on probation though. I'm not doing probation. They can send me to prison. I'm not gonna go on probation. I'm not doing it. No, they didn't do a breathalyzer test. I wasn't drinking. So if I was drinking, he would have smelt it. He would have did that. But he did the pen and the one Mississippi. He fucking took that green light pen. He's shaking. He took the fucking pen and put it all the way to the left side. Told me not to move my head. And I had been driving all the motherfucking hours. And he expected me to have my eyes like this. And he left that bitch there for like a good minute. And my fucking head was hurting. I'm like, God damn. Baby, your auntie did 8 years for what? That's not my deal. The fuck? That's not my deal. He charged me with a DUI because I had the oil pen in my pocket. He said I was DUI before he even found the oil pen. Off his pen light and me doing the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, he said I was under the influence. Motherfucking lie. Motherfucking lie. I have the whole thing recorded. And then he found the oil pen. And then that's when it became a criminal investigation because they had to send it to a lab. And I couldn't get out until it came back from the lab. And that's when I got out Friday, when it came back. No, I was not. No, I wasn't drinking alcohol at all. There was no open containers, none of that. None of that. It was just an oil. He said he smelled broccoli in my car. I know he did because I hit the broccoli all day, every day, pretty much. You know, and it's in my clothes. Shit. And y'all know you don't smell an oil pan. You know you don't smell an oil pan. So you know that shit's in my clothes. I smoke all day like that. Like I got a car. Like I'm. They said what? They said that they can, if they have to call for a female officer. If there's not one around or available, they can pat you before they put you in their car. But that's the thing. When I said, could you get a female officer, he never called. He went straight to patting me. He told me yeah, but then went straight to patting me. Me, Woe, and Cap were all in the camper. We were hotboxing that shit. Me and Woe were hotboxing that. I know my clothes was loud. Yeah, I know my clothes was gonna be loud with the smell. Man, you got people sitting in prison for life behind broccoli, and then they turn around and they legalize it. Recreational in some states, medicinal in some, illegal. That's stupid as fuck. That's some backwards ass bullshit. Did I get his name and badge number? Hell yeah, it's all over my reports. My medical card's in the system. You know, they could look that shit up too. But I got it. And then now they just changed it to a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3. I hear you. Yeah. It was in McIntosh. The fucking state trooper was doing like some weird shit with his shoulder. I'm gonna tell him to pull the tape on his twitchy ass. Yeah, they told me they didn't care either, that it was Florida. And that's fine, but like I said, I wasn't hitting that shit while I was driving. It was in my pocket, and I was passing through. It is what it is. If they want to stick it to me, let them stick it to me. It is what it is, but they coming on this fucking app and that line, and I'm gonna come on here and tell the truth. No, I can't get my broccoli right now, because they got my license. And I don't have, my medical card I lost when I lost my wallet back in the day. Hush! Come here, get in the house. Come here. So when I went to go get my medical card when I lost it with my wallet, come here. Inside, let's go. May come. Go inside, go. The guy was like, you know, I mean, you don't, come, get in the house, go. You don't technically have to get a card. You can use your license. So I just never went and paid for another card. I'm not getting no goddamn attorney. No, inside. Do that shit again. But either way it goes, they could look me in the system. I have a card. Oh, bitch, if I didn't have a card, I probably wouldn't have got out. God damn, could you imagine? I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna go. Get in the house. Go. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna do what I can. Yeah, it's because when you get a medicinal card, you pay the medicinal place, you pay the doctor, but then you also pay a state fee. So it's definitely in the system. He said I was going 86 and a 70. But I had a dude behind me flashing his lights, and I was trying to speed up so I can get in front of the car that was on the side of me, which happened to be a state trooper. And he was like, you didn't see me? I was like, no. What? Like, motherfucker, if I saw your ass, you think I would have fucking got in front of your ass? I just was trying to get out of the way of the dude from behind me flashing his fucking brights. What up, Danny? And oil pans, it's broccoli in liquid form. They just sent it to the lab. They wanted to make sure it wasn't nothing else. And it wasn't. Lala talking about, I told her to leave me alone like she did something. Girl, you ain't did nothing, Lala. You ain't did nothing. No, I ain't doing boxes. Nah. What's up, Jamie? Yeah, they kept me in jail until the oil pen came back from the lab. Like a day and a half. I went to jail, I went to jail Thursday and got out Friday afternoon. I would have bonded out right then, but we had to wait on the oil pen. Yeah, you already know I cussed his ass out from all the way up until I got in a holding cell. I mudded his ass out. His shaky daddy ass. I rode out on his ass. I was so aggravated. I was tired, bitch. We had been driving, bro, all the way from PA. We were an hour and a half from the house, bro. I was tired. Yeah, my eyes were red. It wasn't behind no broccoli, though. I was tired. Shit. It was just me and Cap driving. Yeah, I call his ass, oh, shaky daddy ass. I said, I need to drop a fucking sobriety test on your motherfucking shaking ass. What the fuck wrong with your shoulder? His shoulder kept doing this weird shit. I let his ass have it. And then his jacket was in the back seat. I said, man, I feel nauseous. I feel like puking on your jacket. I feel sick. He got me the fuck out that car. He got me the fuck. He said, if you do, that's another felony. I said, you're a motherfucking lie. I can't help it. I'm nauseous. No, they didn't search Cap. They searched my car, though. They pulled Cap and Duval out of my car, and they searched my car, and they didn't find nothing. Right, if I hit the oil pan, I wouldn't have been speeding. You see that? None of my friends barely even knew I went to jail. I wasn't trying to bring that shit on here, but fuck it. Since they brought it on here, yep. What type of bird don't fly? Tish. I ain't been to jail. I'm gonna tell you though, it was a little experience. I met some good people in there. Speaking of which, I gotta put money on this chick Books because she let me use her phone twice because my kiosk wasn't working. So I had told her I would pay her for them 2 phone calls. Ash, remind me to shoot you that because I gotta give her that, man. Yeah. Yep, and then they pulled out a pill bottle. It was Cap's high blood pressure medication. They thought they hit a lick then. I'm like, God damn. He's like, is this yours? And I think Cap was like, y'all ain't want names on it. So, yeah. So when I got out, the person who bonded me out, they bonded me out, and then HB and her husband came and picked me up. From the McDonald's around the street. The bail bondsman drove me there because he didn't want to leave me just right in front of the jailhouse. So, and then that's when I got in the truck with them and they met Ashley and Cap halfway to take me home. I didn't have my wallet. I didn't have my phone. I ain't have shit when I got out of jail. I didn't even have a phone number, bitch. I ain't have shit. So, you know, I appreciated everybody who came through for me on that. Lala talking mad shit about me. Tell her I said go nod out. That's what she needs to try to figure out. How she had that long ass ash on the end of her cigarette with her kids in the background. Yeah, I gotta go back to Georgia for court. I know I'm gonna be alright. When you got so many people against you and want to watch your downfall, the shit spins around and it hits their ass. And I'll end up coming out on top because I ain't got my nuts crossed on nobody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I went to jail. It is what it is. Like I said, I wasn't trying to get no motherfucking sympathy pats. I wasn't trying to get none of that shit. They have a girl in their box that they bail bond saying all this. What? Other girls, what? They can't talk to the bail bondsman, bitch, because I've already talked to the bail bondsman before I came on live. And that lady said she ain't with that dumb shit. That's what my bail bondsman said, and said maybe if they did call her, it would take some of the brunt off my back, and she ready for it. So I want them to call the bail bondsman. Go ahead, I'll give you the fucking lady name. Y'all ain't gonna be able to stop shit. He gonna be able to do nothing. Y'all some rat-ass snitches. Now y'all want to call a bail bondsman to get my bail revoked for what? Baby, I ain't no flight risk. I'm going to court every time with bail's on. Trust me. Trust me. There ain't nothing you could do. They do more than the weed. They do more than the broccoli. Look at the lady nodding out. I went to jail for an oil pen. They look dumb as fuck. Everybody talking about them. They so dumb. I'm fixing to have to get off here because my phone finna die. But I'm finna run to the store and get something to eat. And then I'm gonna come back on and we gonna parlay and we gonna chill. And we can talk about it. If you want to spend all night talking about it, we can do that too. If you want to spend all night showing videos of you nodding out and RT talking about a 14-year-old, what she could do with her little mouth, we can talk about that. Because every time I talk about it, I get more new people in here to see how foul y'all really are. And I'm just reaching to people that don't know what time it is with you. That's all that is. So if that's what y'all want to do, Lala and RT, let's get it. Let's do it. I'm cool with it. We could do whatever. But one thing about it, two things for sure, if I go to jail, it ain't going to be behind you bitches. Oh, you damn right. In Alaska is saying she wants to find out who it is. I'll give her the damn name of the bondsman. You want the motherfucking bondsman's name? I'll give you her phone number. What you gonna do about it? That lady don't want to talk to you, RT. You stupid. I already told her about you. I already told her about Lala. I already told her y'all were gonna be doing this. That's why I didn't want it on here. But since y'all put it on here, I called my bail bondsman already. So I beat you to the punch, baby. There ain't shit you could do. That lady ain't with that shit. That lady just wants to make sure I get to court so she can get her money. And guess what? I'm gonna be to court. Every time I gotta be to court an hour early. In fact, I'm gonna get a fucking hotel out there so I know I'm on time. How about that? Maybe I'll have a fucking meet and greet out there. Hell, shit. Hell. I'll give y'all the court date. Meet me out there at the courthouse. Let's go in together as one big family. I got pulled over and they got me for an oil pen. And I got a medical card. We're gonna see what it do. Yeah, we're gonna be on time. Like I said, because my first court date is at 9 a.m. So I would have to leave my house at like 6 in the morning. So I'll probably just get a hotel out there. This is where I know I'm gonna be on time. So, bitch, there ain't no reason to revoke my bond. And I damn sure ain't finna commit no crimes. I've been out of prison almost 10 years. To me, this ain't a crime. To me, this is not a crime. So I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. This is not a crime. I don't give a fuck. I had a goddamn oil pen and I got a medicinal card. And I'm gonna smoke that shit till I die. Yeah, they jealous of me. Yeah. Because they be on here nodding out and shit. Be on that hardcore shit. Hell, Lala was in the mall parking lot nodding out in her car with her kids in there when she got arrested. Yeah, I got my car, but I mean, it's... All right, I'll be back, y'all. What time is it, 6? I'll be back at 6:30. I'm going to get on. We're going to parlay and chill. I got people in here running the Lala live. They can run it as D. I'm gonna be careful. I got and furthermore, even though Georgia took my motherfucking license, guess what, bitch? That same state trooper wrote me a paper to be able to drive for 45 days. So don't think you gonna get me on that, baby. I got my motherfucking shit together. I'll be back though. Hey, Steph, when we come back, if you know who them people are, call them out while they in the chat. Call them out for me. I love y'all. I'll be right back. Yeah, they gonna hate on this D.